Rainn, how are you?
Hi, James. How you doing? I'm doing okay. I'm hanging in there.
Where are you in the world? Who are you sheltering with at this time?
Well, I'm in my home outside of Los Angeles, and I'm sheltering up, you know, with the usual. I've got my wife and my son, and our 2 pit bulls, and 2 guinea pigs, and our 2 pot-bellied pigs, Amy and Snortington.
Oh, Amy and Snortington?
Yeah.
Pot-bellied pigs. And did someone tell me that you have a zonkey?
Yes, someone told you I had a zonkey. It's getting around. I have a donkey named Chili Beans and a zonkey named Derek.
But now, explain to anyone who doesn't know what a zonkey is. Okay,
so a zonkey is you take a donkey and then you take the spermatozoa of a zebra and the magic happens, and then you get a little zonkey. And it's got stripy legs. He's very beautiful. His name is Derek. My son named him.
I do love a pet with just a regular name.
Right? Derek. Yeah. Plain and simple.
Yeah. Now, let's talk about The Office for a minute, because I'm interested to know, The Office is hugely popular, but seemingly becoming even more so during lockdown, with people constantly binging the show. And I was wondering, if the show was still being made today, what do you think Dwight would be doing in his life?
That would be great. Dwight during a pandemic would be fantastic. If the show were still being made today, I would be getting paid a lot of money, which would be fantastic. But Dwight, oh my God, so much going on right now. So pandemic, you've got Dwight fighting the pandemic. You've got Dwight building his own vaccine, his own antibodies, maybe doing secret tests on people in the office. Conspiracy theories are all over the place.
Oh, he'd be full into conspiracies, right?
He'd be all in. He'd be all in on like 5G cell towers and Hillary Clinton, anything you can possibly imagine. He would be all in on the conspiracy theory. Yeah.
Now, you've launched a new YouTube series called The Idiot's Guide to Climate Change, which feels like, with everything that's happening in the world, particularly here on the West Coast, it feels like it's the perfect time to launch such a thing. What's the goal of the series? What do you hope people will take from it?
Yeah, so it's a little series I did on my digital media channel called Soul Pancake that I founded. And I took a trip to Greenland and Iceland to learn about the science of climate change. I'm the idiot, by the way, in the show. And, you know, the goal was, listen, there's a lot of people who don't buy the science of climate change, don't think it's human caused. We're never going to change their opinions. And there's people who are already convinced and kind of behind the science. But this show specifically we did in a lighthearted way. It's kind of zany, it's goofy. For the people who are on the fence, who are undecided, you know, maybe there's some kid in Nebraska and his uncle is a kind of science denier, but his friends at school are for environmentalism and he doesn't know what to think. So there's that narrow gap of people that I feel we need to reach by especially stressing the science and the science behind these extreme weather events. You know, the West Coast is burning, there's more hurricanes coming. And what's going on in the Arctic with the glacial melt is just out of control. And I do believe that we can reach that strata of people.
Well, I mean, I hope you do. And you had Greta Thunberg on the show. What was it like? What was it like spending time with her, talking to her? I find her quite incredible.
She's amazing. She is one of the most... I never get starstruck. I really never... I met Mick Fleetwood from Fleetwood Mac. I got a little starstruck, I'm going to be honest. But Greta Thunberg, I was like, I didn't know what to say. She's like 17 and she's so brilliant. And she was so game to be a part of this show. And we actually wrote comedy for her. She's got actual jokes in The Idiot's Guide to Climate Change. So it was amazing. What she's done at 17 is out of control.
What was a young Rainn Wilson doing? How did he spend his time when he was 17?
Okay, I'm going to be really honest with you. This is embarrassingly honest. The young Rainn Wilson at 17, school is out, 3 o'clock, 3:30 on a Friday, call my friends, not on cell phones, like regular phones, meeting for Dungeons and Dragons as soon as humanly possible, usually by 5 p.m. for a marathon session of D&D, role-playing reenactments until midnight. Then the next day, meeting like noon to midnight all day Saturday, and then meeting Sunday post-church, so a little later, like 1 to 6, and then homework from like 6 to 9. I mean, marathon sessions, vats of Fritos and Dr. Pepper and pizza delivered, and nothing but just elves and swords and spells.
Do you still play now?
My son is into it too. I wanted to do a game with him. He's 15 years old. He listens to Dungeons and Dragons podcasts. He listens to other people playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Hardcore.
Wow.
That's hardcore. That's like, he's listening in and they're like, oh, Griselda, you've rolled a 12. You only have 27 hit points. Are you going to use your bow and arrow against this orc? And, oh, I cannot use a bow and arrow. I must use a spell at this juncture. And I took his little earphones and listen, this is what he's listening to for hours.
So sweet.
I know Reggie's enjoying this. Can I be honest? I'm regretting bringing it up. I regret bringing it up now. This always happens when you bring up Dungeons and Dragons. No one who plays Dungeons and Dragons can just go, yeah, I like it, I enjoy it. They always go too deep, and that's what. It's like me if I talk about Premier League soccer. I can see people glaze over as I start talking about it.
Yeah.
But let's talk to you about this. Congratulations, Rainn, on your brilliant new series, Utopia. For anyone who doesn't know, tell them what it's about and who you play.
So Utopia is a new series coming out September 25th on Amazon. It's about these kind of comic book nerd kids who find a graphic novel that within it are like the keys to the destruction of the universe. And I play a scientist, a virologist who has maybe the answer to save the world.
Now, you filmed this show before the COVID crisis. What did you think when so much of the show is kind of about what's happening right now in real life? What did you think when this news story happened?
Yeah, in all seriousness, it's so nuts, James. It's crazy. Like, we filmed a show about a pandemic and about like vaccines being rushed to market and viral scientists and evil billionaires and corporations and governments. And then 4 months later, after we wrapped, it started coming true. And I was texting the cast and the creators, Gillian Flynn, like, OMG, I can't believe this is happening. But I think what's going to happen is that in this time of conspiracy theories, people are going to blame Jeff Bezos for unleashing a global pandemic in order to launch his own TV show. Think about it.
Well, that's what Dwight would certainly be posting.